If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Friend of ours. I don't know whether I was going to call you Chris, and I'll let you use whatever, whether you want to use your real last name or your stage name, or I don't know what you are, but I know you as Chris Russo Russell, so it doesn't matter to me. What are you today, Chris?
Whatever you want to call me. You want to call me Chris Russo, Chris Russell, WrestleMania. The whole story, just real quickly, is I had to change my name from Chris Russo to Chris Russell because of our former mutual boss who said, you know what, you sound and you have the same name of that other guy in New York.
Christopher Mad Dog Russo from The Fan in New York.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we can't have him getting your ratings. And I said, you know what? Fine.
So your real name is Russo.
My real name is Chris Russo. Same name as him.
Same name as Chris.
We're both from New York. We both have similar styles. You and I have a somewhat similar style. We're not afraid to...
We're all a pain in the ass.
Right. We're not afraid to step on any toes. Right,
exactly.
And he said, you sound like him. You have the same name as him. I said, fine. I said, you know what? Nobody calls me Chris. Keep Russo. Everybody calls me Russo, and change my first name. Or don't give me a first name. I don't really give a rat's patoot. Just leave Russo alone. But he said, no, you have to have Russo. You can't have Russo. New York, ratings, this, that. I said, okay, give me a good last name. I suggested a list of 30 names.
Well, I'm glad he didn't try to change my name. He tried to change everything else.
He stuck me with Russell. Yeah, exactly. He tried to change
close enough. So you're Chris Russo, Russell, whatever you are.
Whatever I am.
Obviously, this is a little bit of a reunion for the two of us. We worked together at Sporting News Radio back in the day in Chicago, trading great Italian food stories on Technic Road. One-on-one sports.
Yeah. Actually, you were one-on-one sports. I was Sporting News. I never worked for one-on-one.
Oh, you never worked for one-on-one?
No, because I didn't get there until after the conversion.
So you're from New York, though?
Yeah.
So
Eastern Long Island.
Eastern Long Island. You've worked where? I mean, kind of everywhere. I mean, you've...
Well, started off as an intern at FAN, and how I got that was through the other Chris Russo. I had to interview him for a college project way back in, I want to say, 1993 or something like that.
Chris is a great guy.
Yeah, very good guy.
Renowned great guy.
Very guy.
Yeah, unlike his partner who was an acquired taste.
Who's a jackass. No. You know,
I would call him he can be. He can be. He's actually been okay to me, but yeah, I know he's been a jackass to many people.
Right. Yes. And, you know, so Russo brought me in, and I got an internship out of that, and I was interning for, like, different stations, and I was going to school in Buffalo, New York, during the Bills' heyday.
Where'd you go to school in Buffalo?
Buffalo State College.
Buffalo State?
Yeah.
All right.
So during the Bills' heyday, I started working for the Bills Radio Network when they were still going to the Super Bowls and whatnot, got an internship, got a job, part-time job, started covering the Sabres, Bills, da-da-da-da-da, and then that eventually led to me going crosstown to another station, WGR.
55.
Yes, absolutely. Very good.
Huge station.
Huge station.
I've been doing radio a few years, Chris.
Yeah,
I think
so. You've been around the way. No, great station. You know where GR, real quickly, I'll tell you, is the best station in the world is when the Sabres and the Leafs were playing in the conference finals in the NHL. And I know many people aren't hockey fans.
You got the Maple Leaf Gardens, and those cities just, they go across the border and just fight with each other.
And the stations, the GR 55 in Buffalo goes right, boom, into downtown. So you get all the Leafs fans, you get all the Sabres fans, you get people screaming at Dominic
Canadians and Americans. It's like an international incident right there at the Peace Bridge.
Absolutely.
Right,
it was beautiful. I mean, the coolest thing about it, and working and going to school in Buffalo, is, listen, the beer is just great. Whether it's, of course, I mean...
Well, they drink a lot of Labatt's. Labatt's.
See, Labatt's is overrated.
Yeah, but they drink
Molson is the much better Canadian beer. And then the strip clubs in Fort Erie. Phenomenal.
Well, you got to go across the bridge for that. But nonetheless, Coors Light King of Sports Talk competition. You're now currly in D.C., correct?
Yeah, working for XM and Sirius and all that with the MLB home plate channel, which is very unlike my style.
So what else do you do with Bill Ripken and those people?
Yeah, well, like Billy, Billy and I, we tag teamed together a couple of times during the postseason, last postseason. He was my analyst on site, and I would host the show.
So he shaved his head. I was watching the Major League Baseball Network last night. I was on the field with him at Dodger Stadium 2 weeks ago. I didn't see him, though. I didn't talk to him.
He's a good guy.
He's a funny guy.
I don't know him real well. He looked a little stiff on TV, though. He looked a little uncomfortable. Like, I don't know.
You know what he told me last year at the All-Star game? I don't like being a media guy. I can't think of myself as a media guy. All right, man. Well, Chris, we're going to get you on the clock here. We're going to give you 5.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.